Right, this little project, it's a Picton 170 GTS speedboat. Bought it probably about a year ago and it had no floor in it and it's in total need of renovation. What I intend to do with it is put a new floor in there and convert it into a centre console boat by means of cutting the bow down and strengthening the ribs on the side. Right, so I'm going to pick up in a minute. What I've done, I've foamed all the floor, put a new plywood floor in there, and the video I'll pick up in a minute and it will take from there. Right, on the Picton 1700 170 GTS, floors in, screwed down, and what did I say, a PU foam around the edges, and I want to sculpture that a bit and then I'll tab it in, make up some peanut butter, or Caliston is it called, and I'll curve that up around the edges. I'll sand the fiberglass down up on that trim there, getting focus, and then I'll take the fiberglass floor right the way up. As I say, I will put some structural ribs in there, strengthen it up a bit, but what I do want to do is put like a platform, say 200mm high and probably 900 wide or a metre wide, so I'll probably go from like there to there right across the boat. It will come up, give it a bit of structure, and it will just give a bit more platform for the bench seat and the centre console. So I'll glass the floor in first, seal all that off, and then I'll put the platform in, and then I'll glass it over as well. Maybe put an inspection hatch in the middle of it, just so I can get to the bolts and that to bolt the console on and the seat. So might cut the template now for the platform, and then I'll call it a day. And then tomorrow I'll resin that flooring and seal it up from the weather. Greetings, I'm back. Right, not sure what phase this is now or where I'm up to. I've got a few to upload. Lovely sunny day, got a bit of time on my hands, and where I foamed the floor last time, cut it off all level, screwed 12mm ply down, and I foamed up all around the edges. I'm not sure how that's going to react to resin, but we're going to find out. So floor's screwed down, ready to be gel coated. I'm going to sand down the outsides and clean that with acetone, so it's ready for, like, primed for, ready for resin to be attached to. And at the moment I'm just cutting the front console out. I'm using a jigsaw, which seems to be going through fairly well, and it plus keeps dust down. So I've started cutting that line there, and I'm going to go around that line there and around back there again. And I've gone there a couple of reasons. One, we've got an inboard fuel tank, which would be nice if I can keep. You can just see the top of the aluminium fuel tank there. So I'm going to cut round there. That's going to be the level of the deck. You can reach the front. I'll get a reinforced bit for the anchor, and also I can raise that above the fuel tank, and I can put a seat in there, so we've got like a bow seat. So you can fish from it, or you can just sit there if you choose to, and just gives it a bit more room. So as I say, I'm going to put a little bow seat in the front, can lean over, adjust the anchor rope, whatever. I'll put a big cleat on there and reinforce underneath, and then when the centre console is going to sit about here, that means you'll have plenty of room to walk around and should seat 5, maybe 6 on there. So as I say, I'm not sure where we left off last time, but the floor's screwed down, and I'm going to carry on cutting this around the jigsaw, and I'll come back to you when I cut that out. After I cut the first section of the console out from the front where the steering wheel was, I decided to take out the bulkhead, and I wanted to remove the aluminium fuel tank out of there, as I couldn't really use it. Seemed to waste to leave it in there as well, and plus I need the extra space. So I removed the bulkhead out of there, I removed the foam, and then removed the fuel tank. After doing that, I decided to cut a little bit more out of there so I can make it bigger, and that's the finished bit. And I'm going to take out the rest of foam tomorrow right up to the front, and then reinforce the nose cone. Right, coming to a close, end of the day. Got quite a bit done. I took the aluminium fuel tank out, which is down there. Funny old shape, but cool. Didn't want to waste it in there, so don't know what's in the bottom of it, and it's not very good to, not very accessible to take out or clean or anything. So anyway, the floor's out. Took that bulkhead out that was in there where the fuel tank was. and that was where the fuel tank sat, just in there, and I cut it round to the front. So basically it's a bow rider. So I went a bit further than I thought I was going to go, so obviously I'm going to take the tank out. So I've got another probably metre 900. So what I'll do is I'll box it in, and I'll put a big seat on there so I can take the cushion out, and I can put the fuel tank underneath, a plastic one in there, not the metal one. So at least it's easy accessible, put a bit of weight out the front, and it'd be a nice little padded area cushion at the front. So yeah, I've got to put quite a few supporting ribs in there, and that is it. So I'm going to sign out now. Hot day, had to rest for a couple of hours, the sun got to the better of me. So nice and cool now, so I'll come in a little while, have a clear up. It's supposed to rain tonight, so I'll prop the cover up so that the water falls off, doesn't go inside, no puddling or nothing. And then if it's dodging in between the showers tomorrow, if I can, I'll get some more timber work done, and I'll get some more sanding done and cut out the bits of fiberglass, and so place that bit of floor in there. I might have to take a bit more of the foam out depending how far that floor goes underneath, and yeah, grind out the lips and seals. Shouldn't do that, don't focus. And yeah, just get it sanded down, wiped down, ready for fiberglassing. Bye for now.